Welcome back, guys, to another Friday Gamer Log. As usual, I'll be talking about the games that I've been playing, games that will be coming up here in the direct future for YouTube, and any games that I bought or want to buy. So, without further ado, let's get this thing started. Alright, as far as Animal Crossing City Folk is concerned, I've just been doing the usual, just trying to finish the catalog and complete the museum. About the only noteworthy stuff that happened this week is I got a visit from the artist, a walrus named Wendell. I gave him a pond smelt fish and he gave me a new design, which I've put at the Able Sister store right away. About the only other noteworthy thing that happened this week is I got a new Spotlight item from Nook's. I only need a couple of more items from Nook's store and they're all Spotlight items. I only need like 3 or 4 of them though. This one was pretty expensive, a little over $25,000. It was called the Moon. As far as Super Mario RPG is concerned, I left Rosetown and then headed towards the next area. I made a quick stop at the Pipe Vault and made my way through that area, and then I wound up at Yoshi's Island. And whenever I got to Yoshi's Island, they were having a little problem with one of the Yoshis who's the king of the race, and so I had to race him in order to make Yoshi the new boss, which was pretty easy. I always really enjoy this race. I just really like the music that plays throughout it. It's really easy, but it has a really nice song in my opinion. But yeah, I completed this race and then kind of unofficially got Yoshi into the party. Now, he doesn't actually travel with you and fight with you, but you can use an item called a Yoshi cookie and it'll summon Yoshi and then he'll eat an enemy, if he's able to eat it, because he can't eat all enemies, obviously. But it's still kind of nice to kind of have Yoshi in the party. After that, I continued the story and made my way to Moleville, which was never had a cutscene here with Bowser showing how many troops he had lost. After that cutscene was over, I headed for the mines where I had to rescue 2 children named Dinah and Mite, and I also got my 3rd star there. Unfortunately, my footage for the second half of the mine got corrupted somehow, so I can't show it, but pretty much I just went in, fought Croco a second time, got a bomb, and then I bombed my way deeper into the mines, which is whenever I fought a character named Punchinello. And then I won my 3rd star and rescued the 2 children. And I saved and quit after that. I got the urge to play some racing games over the past week, and I set my sights on a racing game that I actually never spent that much time in, surprisingly, considering how big of a Mega Man fan I am. I spent quite a bit of time over the past week playing Mega Man Battle and Chase for the PlayStation 1, or in this case on the GameCube through the Mega Man X collection. I had my friend Seth pick which racer I would be throughout the course of this run, and he chose Napalm Man, who actually wound up being a really good character. I really liked him a lot. Napalm Man's weapon wasn't much to write home about, but his vehicle was awesome. Each of the character's vehicle consists of 4 parts: body, wing, engine, and wheels. Napalm Man's body wasn't all that special. The body of each character's vehicles is what gives them their special weapon, so in Napalm Man's case it just lets him use his napalm bombs, which in my opinion that's the least useful part of his vehicle. His tires are awesome though, because you actually go faster if you go off the road into dirt, and on top of that, deceleration areas don't affect him if he rides off the road into those with these tires. His wing is awesome because it actually gives you twice as many points for running over enemies. Yeah, this game doesn't really promote good driving habits. In order to get the items in this game, you have to crash into things and run over enemies and shoot enemies down. But anyway, with Napalm Man's wing, it actually gives you twice as many points for all the enemies that you destroy, so you get items twice as fast. And as far as his engine is concerned, it makes turbo boost last twice as long. So yeah, overall Napalm Man's vehicle was really awesome. Besides your character having his or her own special vehicle, you actually get to take parts off of your defeated opponent's vehicles as well. You can take their tires, their engine, or their wing, and eventually you can get their bodies as well. So that's really cool, kind of like your traditional Mega Man where you get something from your defeated opponent. Each of the characters also has their own backstory and reasons for entering the racing tournament to begin with. Napalm Man's reason was because he wanted to use the earnings in order to build a weapons museum. Here's his ending. Napalm Man built the weapon museum with his earnings, but on the opening day, tragedy happened. One of the kids who was visiting the place said, "This museum is boring." Napalm Man got mad when he heard that, and he blew his top, quite literally. The end. Besides the normal racers, I actually got challenged by a couple of the optional racers known as the Black Troop. So far I've only raced the Black Joe, the Black Rotors, and the Black Devil, and I've only defeated the Black Joe and the Black Rotors so far. For every member of the Black Troop that you defeat, you can actually obtain an extra part that will be hidden in one of the various levels, so that's pretty cool as well. So far I've collected 2 out of 4 of the extra parts. You can also continue to race the normal racers a few extra times in order to obtain the rest of the pieces to their vehicles, but each time you race them they'll get harder and harder. So far I've collected all the pieces except for Dr. Wily's body and 2 out of 4 of the extra parts, as I said before, but I'll get them eventually. Here's my favorite vehicle setup so far: the Beat Body and Follow engine which belong to Roll, the E-Guard tires that belong to Napalm Man, and the Rocket Wing which belongs to Quick Man. I've already talked about the E-Guard tires, but the Rocket Wing will let you get the turbo boost at the start of the matches a little easier, and I think that it also increases your acceleration. The Follow engine will increase your max speed if you're not in first place, and the Beat Body lets you do a jump attack, which is nice for enemies that are close to you, and it's pretty useful for turning as well. As far as Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels is concerned, I did another run of it with Luigi over the course of the last week, which was pretty nice to do. This now puts us at 11 stars. Yeah, I miscounted the amount of stars that we had in last Friday's Gamerlog. In last Friday's Gamerlog I said that we had 9 stars, but we actually had 10, so now we have 11 of them. And yeah, I didn't get to see World 9 again because I used warps, but hey, I'm not too worried about that now. I mentioned in last Friday's Gamerlog that I picked up Dr. Luigi with some of my Club Nintendo coins. Well, I put some time into that this week, and I've already completed all the modes from level 0 to level 20 on high speed, which was a lot of fun to do. Retro Remedy was just your classic Mario funness. Virus Buster was a mode that returned from Dr. Mario Prescription Online for the Wii, and it was a lot easier to do with the tablet controls over the motion controls. I really enjoyed the Virus Buster mode a lot more here on Dr. Luigi. And Dr. L, of course, is the new mode. Honestly, though, this was my least favorite of all the modes. It just seemed like more often than not you're forced to put the wrong color on the wrong virus. So that kinda sucks, but it was still a nice little change from the usual Dr. Mario formula, and overall, I'm pretty happy with this pickup. I think that it was worth the Club Nintendo coins. Another thing that I liked about Dr. Luigi is that they created 3 new viruses for this game, although I find it kind of odd that the default viruses are set on the classic red, blue, and yellow ones. Just kinda strange, but whatever. As far as Final Fantasy IV The After Years is concerned, I put a little more work into Theodore and Kane's challenge dungeon this week. I got 2 new items, Adamantite and a Lustful Lally-Ho, and I'm pretty sure that I'm still on the 2nd loop of treasures, but I don't think that we have too much further left to go before we'll be on the 3rd loop though. As far as Radius chapter is concerned with the Mind Flayer hunting, as I'm sure you guys have been expecting, I'm still not having too good of luck with it so far. I've played over 71 hours now and I still have not got this summon. I hope that we get it eventually. I kinda hope that we get it before the counter is maxed out for the time. We'll get it eventually. I also did some more gaming with my friend Seth over the course of this week. We didn't do a whole lot, but we did do some more in Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U, which that's always a lot of fun. And as I've said before, we just like randoming our characters and teaming up against level 9 computers, which is always fun. I've also been working towards completing a challenge in this game as well whenever I've been playing with my friend Seth. One of the challenges is to collect over 300,000 coins, so that's what I've been doing. I just haven't been spending any of the coins that I've been making from the matches that I've played with him. So far I'm at 222,000, so I'm not too much further away from getting that challenge completed, so that's pretty nice. I also still need to go through Classic and All-Star modes with all the characters for their trophies, which, honestly, that's one of my least favorite parts about starting a new Super Smash Bros. Because it's just so tedious, in my opinion. I just don't like going through those modes with every single character for all their trophies. But it'll get done eventually. As far as video game pickups is concerned, I went ahead and downloaded Pokemon Shuffle for the Nintendo 3DS because it's free. One of the limited time events for that game is to catch a Mew, which I've already done. I caught him on my first try after 4 moves. I used a few items to help though. I used a -1 complexity, a plus attack power, and a +5 moves. Here's the team that I used. But yeah, I was really glad I caught him after 4 moves on my first try, so that was really nice. One thing that I forgot to mention in last Friday's pickups was that I got Flipnote Studio 3D for the 3DS, but I haven't really messed around with that much yet. Coming up this week as far as YouTube gaming is concerned, we're going to be making more progress in the blind run of Metroid the Other Rim for the Nintendo Wii. Hopefully we can at least make it to our next big boss and defeat it. We'll see what happens though. Alright, time for the question of the week. The question of the week this week is for all you retro Mario fans out there. The question of the week this week is, which classic Mario game do you like more, Super Mario Bros. 3 or Super Mario World? Do you like the NES Classic more or the SNES Classic more? And don't forget that if you'd like to submit your own question of the week, please feel free to do so. Just remember to submit it through a PM and not a comment. Any questions that are submitted through comments will not be included in next Friday's Gamer Log. So yeah, that's what I've been playing throughout most of this week. Most of my time was spent with Mega Man Battle and Chase. I got really addicted to that game and I still need to go back and get those last 3 parts. I'll get them eventually though. And once again, I really apologize for not having any footage of the second half of the mine area in Super Mario RPG. Again, I really don't know what happened there. I recorded it, but I guess the file just got corrupted or something because it wouldn't work. And I couldn't go back and re-record it because I had already saved and quit. So that kinda sucks, but I'll keep a better eye out for that in the future and hopefully it won't happen again. Whatever the case though, that is it for this Friday's Gamer Log, and I'll see you guys next Friday. Thank you for watching.